Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Call Halayim La Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Barakah Hakwadash, which means all praises to Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father. Bahasham means in the name. Yahweh Shai is the name of his only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Barakah Hakwadash means in the Holy Spirit, the Spirit of truth, the only way you can worship the Father and the Son. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, blessing, salutations to all you brothers who preaching the gospel in truth and in sincerity, always in charity. And as you brothers can see up here on the screen, this is a little article that's been going around as of July 8th of this year. You know, done by David G. McAfee, which do a little research on this devil. Obviously, he's an Edomite, you know, and not just based off what he looked like, but also based off his character, you know. And we gonna get into it, Lord willing, you know. But it says David G. McAfee is a religious studies graduate, journalist, and author of Atheist Answers: Rational Responses to Religious Questions, The Book of Gods, The Beliefs to Religious Questions, The Book of Gods, The Belief Book, Mom, Dad, I'm an Atheist, The Guide to Coming Out as a Non-Believer, and Disproving Christianity and Other Secular Writings. He is also the founder of the Party of Reason and Progress and a frequent contributor to American Atheist magazine. McAfee, who writes about science, skepticism, and faith, attended University of California, Santa Barbara, and graduated with bachelor's degrees in English and religious studies with an emphasis on Christianity and Mediterranean religions. So that's a little brief, I guess, background on this devil. But anyway it goes, man, you know, as you can see, he wrote this slanderous, you know, article, which we're going to get into, Lord willing. But we're going to start off with this first scripture, man. This is 2 Corinthians 13:8. It says, "For we can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth," man. And what this Edomite did, man, he just opened up the truth, you know, to more people, man. See, the more these devils make these articles, man, and the more these people make these videos against the truth, man, and you're doing nothing but exposing the truth more and more, man. You know, these devils think that they're putting us out to slander us, to make us look bad, but in all actuality, man, you giving credence to the word. You see, you know, you could do nothing against the truth before it, man. And what did Herod try to do, man? He tried to offset the prophecies, and what did he try to do? He tried to kill the Messiah. When he asked those Pharisees and Jews during that time, when he asked them where should the Messiah be born, and then he sent that army out to kill it, to kill the Messiah, you know. And what happened, man? Him trying to offset prophecy fulfilled two prophecies, man. Rachel weeping for her children, and the Lord running down into Egypt. You know, I have called my son out of Egypt, you know. So the more these devils try to put or try to put obstacles in the way of the truth, man, the more Yahweh Basham Yahushua is fulfilling his will, you know. So you can do nothing against the truth before it, man. You see? So we're just gonna go into it. This is a religious hate group to women. If you talk back to men, God will kill you. In a terrifying video posted yesterday to YouTube, a racist group of religious extremists in Chicago claim the Messiah will come back and kill black women in masses. Now, what you see been thrown around is what the word racist, the word extremist. You know, these are all code words, man. You see, hey, because Esau Edom. Matter of fact, no, it's a lock camera right here. Salakia, bear with me. There it is. This is Psalms 55 and verse 21. It says, "The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords," man. Hey, And you know, and that's those bitter words. You see? I believe it's Psalms 58. So like it, it's all done through the Spirit. Psalm 64. This is the book of Psalms 64, and verse 1, it says, "Hear my prayer, O power, and my prayer preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity." And this is what? A work of iniquity, man. You see? It says, "Who whet their tongue like a sword, and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at them, and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They shall say, who shall see them," man. And that's the mindset of Esau Edom, man. And that's how we know through the Spirit that this guy, David G. McAfee, is an Edomite, man. Is an Edomite. You understand? And we're going to get into the judgment of Esau, man. Hey, that's why the name of this video is called Eve and the Serpent, man. You see? Because it all goes back to the garden. It all goes back to Genesis, the beginnings. So first and foremost, we're going to get on Esau, and then we're going to get on his lapdog. You see? It says, the group which is identified as GMS Chicago appears to be linked to the black Hebrew Israelites. And there go that code word, black. The men are a part of a militant black supremacy cult that believes African American, not Jews, are God's chosen people. Now, you claim to be an atheist, you don't believe in God, and you don't believe in the Bible. Well, why would you say not Jews right here, man? You see? Why would you throw that in there? See, that's the wow, that's the ploy, that's the trickery of the devil, man. Because he's playing on people's emotions. You claim to be an atheist, you claim not to believe in the Bible whatsoever. Well, then why would you put not the Jews are God's chosen people, man? You see? Because you playing on that mainstream view of what, man? That those Khazars, that those Israelis over there in Israel are the real people. When they don't fit nothing according to the prophecies in the Bible, man, that would fit the children of Israel. You see? So this is Esau madness, man. You know? But it's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. You see? Because the scripture says we shall be hated of all men for Yahweh's name's sake, man. It says we shall be delivered into governors and rulers and judges, man. You see? So this is all fulfillment of prophecy. This is all rolling this thing even further. You know? You can do nothing against the truth but for the truth, man. It says a militant group, but let's look up a couple of these words, right? Extremist, a person who holds extreme or fanatical political or religious views, right? Especially one who resorts to or advocates extreme action, man. And one of the synonyms is militant, and that's what he called us, right? Combative and aggressive in support of a political or social cause, and typically favoring extreme, violent, or confrontational methods, man. And us here at Great Millstone, man, we don't advocate none of that. Zephaniah 3:8 clearly says it, man. You understand? The Lord said, wait upon me till I rise up to the prey. You see? The Lord said, vengeance is mine, I will repay. So we don't advocate none of that. Us here at Great Millstone, we're not affiliated with any other so-called Israelite group. And I say that so-called because all Israel is not Israel, man. We is not affiliated with none of these groups, man. You see? It says, therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them my indignation, even all my fierce anger. For all the Lord shall, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy, man. You see? So that's what we advocate, man. We advocate in patience, patiently waiting for our Messiah to return. And that's why I said it right here, man. You know? The Messiah will come back and kill black women in masses, man. The Messiah is coming to do that, man. You see? And we gonna get into that dog too. That dog being Eve, man. That dog being a so-called black woman. We gonna get into that. But as you can see, these is play on words that Esau Edom uses, man. We ain't militant. We ain't grabbing up arms. We ain't advocating violence, man. You understand? All we're doing is going out teaching the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushua and telling you the words that he told us to tell you, man. That's all we doing. You see? So that's Esau Edom using those wiles, man, those trickeries. You see? Only the simple gonna fall for it. But anyway, it says the belief system of extremist Hebrew Israelites is basically the reverse color mirror image of the Christian identity theology embraced by many white supremacists, which hold that mainstream Jews are the descendants of Satan and that white people are the chosen ones, divinely endowed by God with superior status over mud people, believers term for non-white individuals. And the scripture speaks about Isaiah 29, you know, surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. You know, Psalms 82, it says that the course of this, the world is out of course, man. All this has been turned upside down. You see? So the Messiah, who was really a so-called black man, they changed into what? A so-called white man, man. Just so Esau Edom could feel superior. They call it manifest destiny. But like Elder Malcolm always says, manifest destiny has a part 2, man. You didn't read the fine print at the end. Isaiah 47 chapter, man. You should have considered your latter end, Esau Edom. You see? And we gonna get into your end, David McAfee. We gonna get into your end, man. You see? So it says, the members in this video make it clear that they believe God has chosen men, and specifically black Hebrew men. Hey, like Elder Wamba said in his video, man, we don't teach that. Hey, we don't advocate anything black, man. You see? We ain't here for black people. You understand? We ain't here for Mexicans and Puerto Ricans, man. And we here for the tribe of Ephraim. We here for the tribe of Issachar. We here for the tribe of Judah, man. You understand? And the confusion of faces that scattered abroad. You see how you see how he used this picture right here? But our camp is diverse. You know, we got so-called Latino brothers, man. We got so-called white-looking brothers, man. You see? So why don't you show the multicolorism in this picture right here, man? Because it's all a narrative that these devils try to control and put out. You see? Everybody knows that we teach the confusion of face, man. Everybody knows that, man. You see? All across the Israelite world, they know us here at Great Millstone, we teach that everybody ain't going to come looking like John Shaft or looking like Michael Jordan, looking like Idris Elba. You understand? We're going to have Israelites looking like who? Looking like Bruce Lee. We're going to have Israelites looking like Justin Timberlake. We're going to have Israelites looking like Brad Pitt and so forth and so on, man. It says, and specifically black Hebrew men to rule over women who should be subservient. The video is filled with sexist, racist comments, mostly directed at black women. You see, because, hey, this is, because this is how the Lord set it up, man. This is Genesis 3:16. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee, man. That's simple and plain. That's an ordinance. That's a commandment from Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, the God of the Bible that these people claim to believe in. Oh, but this guy right here, he claims to be an atheist. Let's check out what atheist means. Atheist, 1570s, a godless person. One who denies the existence of a supreme intelligent being to whom moral obligation is due. From Finch, the atheist. From Greek, atheos, without God, denying the gods, abandoned of the gods. Godless, ungodly. From out, without, and theos, a god. Which is kind of funny, because this word right here, this where this article is called patheos. Which, when you look up that word patheos, it means path of God. Man, you can't make this up, man. So anyway, So you see this, man. So atheist is a person who doesn't believe in God. So their belief is that there isn't a greater power. Well, that's the same thing as the word religion. Now they say that this is non-religious, but yet they hold a belief that there is no power, that there is no God. That's the definition of religion. It says a particular system of faith and worship. Faith is the evidence of things not seen, right? So they faith holds in that there is not a God, which I know I'm all over the place. Bible Kushab, bear with me. That's why the Lord said, the fool said in his heart, there is no God. This is Romans 1:20. For the invisible things of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made, even his eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse, man. So you can look on the earth and the things that's made, and you can see that there's a God, man. You can see that there's a power. You see? This whole earth runs by a system, man. Did this computer just magically create itself? No. An intelligent being put it together, man. So this earth runs just like this computer. So you telling me that spontaneously just made itself, man? Come on, dog. You see? So an atheist holds the belief that there isn't a God, regardless of the things that's shown unto him, man. That's the same example of religion, but you claim to be, what, non-religious. And it shows you the double standard. It shows you the hypocrisy of Esau Edom, man, the so-called white man. You see? So it is clearly understood with the things that are made, man. Why don't the sea pass the bounds of the sand, man? And why do the sun rise every morning? Why do I ain't even gonna get into it, man. Because the fool said in his heart, there is no power. You know? So let's go back to this. It says, the main speaker begins his tirade by attacking movies that show women beating up men, something he says is completely unrealistic, which is true, man. Which is true. You see the double standard? Here it is, a man beat his woman ass, and all of a sudden, why are you hitting that woman? Well, a man shouldn't hit women, but yet you hold. Well, if that's the case, that shouldn't be the mindset of these people out here, man. It says that's the movies, motherfucker. He says in the live recorded video on YouTube. Soon as a motherfucker starts trouble, what's the first thing you see in any goddamn riot? The bitches screaming and running and getting beat and getting fucking killed, which is true, man. It's just true. It's just true. Look at society, man. Look at every time a society failed. What happened, man? The women were ravished. The women were booty, meaning they were spoiled. And then Esau Edom, you the biggest homosexual on the planet, man. Big pompous, queer. It says he adds that women don't have any physical power, spiritual power, or mental power over any man, especially a man of God, which is true, which is just true. You see, everything you saying is scriptural, man. Everything that you trying to demonize my elder on saying, hey, everything he said was scriptural. Salaki, bear with me. It's 1 Corinthians 11:1. It says, be ye followers of me, even as I also am of Mashiach. Now I praise you, brethren, that you remember me in all things and keep the ordinances, the commandments, the rules, as I delivered them to you. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Mashiach, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Mashiach is the Most High. And that's simple and plain, man. That's simple and plain. You see? The head of the woman is the man. That's simple and plain, as it is written. Let's get it. This is 1 Timothy 2 and 13. 1 Timothy 2 and 11. Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. Right? As said the law, as says the commandment since the beginning in Genesis. It says, and Adam was first formed, then Eve, because Eve was brought to Adam to be what? A helpmeet, man. Look up that word helpmeet. It means a servant. So you were put here to serve. Simple, point, plain. What's another word? What's a synonym for servant? Slave, man. That's what the word woman means anyway. It says, and Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in a transgression. Notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing if they continue in faith, in charity, in holiness, with sobriety. If. You see? But it says the woman was in transgression. But we gonna get into that, man. We gonna get into the serpent and Eve, man. You know? Matter of fact, we don't even need no more of this article or this damn devil, man. We just gonna get into it. We just gonna get into it. You see? Because what these nigga women don't understand is that you was just a ploy. You know? The reason Esau Edom came to you because he understood this. Yes, that serpent in the garden was the so-called white man. Whether you believe it or not. This is 1 Peter 3 and 7. It says, likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel, and as being heirs together of the grace of life, that your prayers be not hindered. So the husbands ought to deal with the woman as what? The weaker vessel. So when you was writing in your article the things that my brother was saying, well, according to the scriptures, what he's saying was right. A woman is not equal to a man. Not mentally, not physically, not even spiritually. You see? That's true. Deal with them as the weaker vessel. It says it right there. You know? And Esau Edom knows that, man. That's why he went to the woman. That's why he went to the woman. You see? Matter of fact. It's Genesis 3 and 1. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field. Didn't read that his words were smoother than oil. He's a crafty, shrewd devil, man. It says, than any beast of the field which the Lord power had made. And he said unto the woman, yea, hath the Most High said, ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden. And the woman said unto the serpent, we may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, the Most High has said, ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. And the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die. So what, man? He gave her women's lib, man. That's pretty much what he gave her right there, man. He empowered her, man. He showed her that what? Let's keep reading. For the Most High doeth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be open, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and a tree to be desired to make one wise, right? She lusted after the tree, man. She seen it and desired that, man. You see? It says, she took of the fruit thereof and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat. You know? And their eyes was open, and they knew what? They were naked, meaning they knew they sinned. They knew they messed up. You see? That's what that means, man. They wasn't literally naked. It meaning they was in sin. And that's what Esau Edom brought to the world, man. You see? And that's why it says it. This is you know, I know I'm everywhere, man, but I'm, you know, I'm just flowing in the spirit, whatever the spirit give me. This is Wisdom of Solomon, the 2nd chapter, in the last verse. It says, nevertheless, through envy of the devil came death into the world. We just read it. Genesis, the 3rd chapter. We just read it. Through envy of the devil, Esau, Edom, that old serpent, right? Nevertheless, through envy of the devil came death into the world, and they that do hold of his side do find it, man. You see? So all they that follow after his philosophy, that take hold on his side, that follow after his ways, that live after his image, you see? His image means what? You agree with him and you're living accordingly as how he does, man. You're taking hold on his side. You're going to find death. And who is the majority of the people that take hold of the devil's side, man? Black women graduate with most U.S. student loan debt, study says. Why? Because these so-called black women, man, they're all caught up in this society, man. They're all caught up in the way of Esau, Edom. You see? And little do you know, man, this devil hates you, man. This is Ezekiel 35:5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and has shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity and the time that their iniquity had an end, man. You think it was just men he was lynching? You think it was men he was castrating and cutting body parts and limbs off, man? No. It was you nigga women too, man. You was right alongside the so-called black man in slavery. You see? He was cutting off your breast, man. He was raping you and your children, man. You see? He has a perpetual hatred against you too, man. But he knows as long as he continues to keep you, then he continues to keep the rest. Just like what happened in Genesis, man. You see? She brought it to her husband, man, and he ate it. You see? And you know, I ain't even gonna read this, man, because this shows, man. This right here shows, man, that the so-called black women subscribe to the image, to the way of life of Esau, Edom the most, man. Look at this, man. They that do take hold of his side do find it, man. Meaning you hate yourself. You see? Because this devil has a perpetual hatred against you. This verse 6. Therefore, as I live, said the Lord power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee, man. So great death and destruction is coming upon Esau, Edom, man. Heavily. And guess what? Not just only upon Esau, Edom, but upon all those that take hold of his side. Just like with that video that he just did the whole article about, man. A nigger women is going to die in mass numbers. Why? Let's get the reason why. Hold on, let me get that real fast. Let's get the reason why, man. This is 2nd Ezra 8. In verse 50. It says, for many great misery shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride, man. You see? They have walked in great pride. And guess what, man? It's going to be heavy on the nigger woman. And when I say the nigger woman, I mean the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American woman, man. You see? This is Isaiah 3:12. As for my people, children are their oppressors, meaning Esau, Edom, those that are beneath us, that's insignificant, and women rule over them. You see? O my people which lead thee, cause thee to err and destroy the way of thy paths, man. So it's letting you know what? Eve and the serpent, man. It's destroying the way of our paths, man. You see? Verse 16. I'm going to jump down to verse 16. Moreover, the Lord saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty, and walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes, walking and mincing as they go, and making a tinkling with their feet. You see? Haughty means proud, man. What we just read in Ezra? For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride, man. Verse 17. Therefore the Lord will smite with the scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, and the Lord will discover their secret parts, man. That's why they walking around dressing all scantily clad, man. That's why all these women gotta have weave in their head. You see? This is all according to the word, man. This is the book of it's Micah 7 and 10. It says, then she, the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American woman, then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is the Lord thy power? My eyes shall behold her, now she shall be trodden down as the mire of the streets, man. And that's what's gonna that's what's gonna take place to all you proud man. You know, I'm trying to refrain myself from rude speech, man. You know, but that's what's going to take place upon all you proud people, man. You see? Because you can see the pride of the nigga woman, man. And who she get it from? Her daddy, Esau Edom, John 8 and 44. You have your father, the devil. Now let's watch this, brothers.
White men really love black women. And I'm not talking sexy, I'm talking about love because white men about power. Yeah. Their job is power. And it's a good trait to have, like, don't put on it.
Because Job 9 and 24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, man. He's the one, Micah 2. It says what he practiced iniquity because it's in the power of his hands to do it, man. This is his kingdom. He's in his rulership. You see? Talking about the white man lover. Have you read the Willie Lynch letter? Oh, I'm so ready to call her a female dog, man. You see? Because it's nigga women like this that got these niggas out here being slips and cucks, man.
The black woman is fucking pure.
Yeah, pure power of Satan. You see? And because this is Sirach 25 and 19. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her, man. You see? So Amos 9 says what? All the sinners of my people shall be destroyed by the sword, man. And you women ain't exempt from that. It says let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. So you're going to be included in that, man. The Lord don't discriminate. Ezekiel 9 and 4. It says, and the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof, man. Hey, so we should be saying, hey, is David McAfee crying out about the pedophilia, the pedophiles, trying to legalize pedophilia, man? They trying to include themselves with the LGBT or whatever that is, man. You see, is he crying out about the homosexuality that's being spread out all throughout the world? Is he crying out that little children, little boys and little girls deciding to get sex changes, man? Here it is. They can't even they can't they can't even make a choice for themselves, man, on what to wear, what to put on. You know. But here it is. They got a choice of whether they a man or a boy or a girl, man. Come on, man. Little boys wanting to be girls, that's madness, man. And you allowing that? I've seen a whole video, man, about how people was in outrage about children preachers, man. You know, people was in outrage. They don't even they should have right to decide if they believe or not They don't even understand what they're saying. A whole uproar about children preachers. But ain't no uproar about little homosexuals, man. 4, 5, 6-year-old sodomites, man. They ain't no outcry for that. You see? Where's the outcry about his government, man? Where's the outcry of his government separating children from their parents on the border, man? Where's the outcry of the poison that's being sprayed in the air on a daily basis, man? What about the poison that's been put in the water on a daily basis, man? What about the poison food that has been fed to the people every day? Where's the outcry in that? You see? David McAfee. It says, verse 5, and to the others he said in my hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. So if you ain't complaining about the course of this world, the way this world is going, man. Hey, because the scripture says this, man. To all you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. This is Isaiah 5 and 6. Seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near. Let the wicked forsake his way and the unrighteous man his thoughts, and let him return unto the Lord, and he will have mercy upon you and into our power, for he will abundantly pardon, man. So you got to be seeking and crying out to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua for all the wickedness that's done in the midst thereof, man. It said Lot was vexed daily with the deeds of those sodomites, man. How much more here in America? And to the others he said in my hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women. But come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. Then they began at the ancient men which were before the house, man. And the Lord's sanctuary are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. It's the house of Israel. And the book of Peter says that judgment shall begin at us. You understand? So why do you think South America is in so much of disarray, man? Which is soon to come to America. You see? So now it's time to be seeking the Lord. Now it's the time to be correcting yourself, man. This is the book of 2 Chronicles 15 and 13. It says, let me start at 12. It says, and they entered into a covenant agreement to seek the Lord power of their fathers with all their heart and with all their soul, that whosoever would not seek the Lord power of Israel should be put to death, whether small or great, whether man or woman. You see? And women outnumber men. Women outnumber men. They say the ratio is what, like 6 to 1, 7 to 1, something like that, man. So the Israelites is as the stars in the sky for multitude, man. Is as the sand on the seashore. So the Israelite woman is going to die in great masses, man. You see? It's just true. It's prophecy, man. It's what the Lord said. But Esau Edom, you know, he wants to quell that, man. Women like this.
I mean, more power. Not even a little bit kind of like, I'm talking like source power. You see what I'm saying? Like, yeah. What you want to? A black woman.
And then they got a problem with us using rude speech. They got a problem with us using so-called curse words. But then they'll hear I'm going to call it as it is. They'll hear a bitch like this, man. All hypocrisy is getting put down, man.
Some shit! And a day that would take other motherfuckers 10 years!
See? She gonna be trying down like the mire in the street, man. And then when judgment happened, until she was such a beautiful woman. No, she wasn't. this, man. This is the mindset of the women of our nation, man.
Oh my God. Everything that's ever been built came from us.
It's where women. Name one society that was built on a woman, man. How about Egypt, Babylon, Assyria, the Moabite Empire, man? Any dynasty? Name one. Name one. Stop it. Everything was built by y'all, right? Hey, because now right here it says that it was a lie, but I highly doubt it, man. It says what, man? The engineering behind the horrible Florida bridge collapsed, and it was what? It was a all-woman-led team, the all-women engineering team that designed the ill-fated pedestrian footbridge. A group of women built one bridge, and it falls down, man. You know? Come on, man. Anything a woman built is gonna collapse. Hey, what was one of the reasons Rome fell, man? Well, first they was outsourcing everything. They military was spread thin. You know, homosexuality was running rampant. And guess what's one of the factors that was in it? They was allowing women in leadership positions. Same thing you see in that America, man. It's the same. It's the same things happening, man. And guess what? This place is falling as we speak. And the most important thing that was taking place during the fall of Rome was the Israelites were standing upon their feet, man. They was preaching the coming of the kingdom of heaven. The same thing that's taking place in this second Rome. Same thing, man. So stop it. Just stop it. You got no historical facts to back up what you just said, man. Pure, what they say, tomfoolery coming out of this nigga bitch mouth.
The motherfuckers copied.
It's just sad, man. It's just sad. Scripture says this. It's just sad, man. And now I want to fuck up, right? Look at, oh, ain't that a bitch? Ain't that a bitch? You ain't getting out this jam, though. You was not getting out this jam, cuz. This is the book of Sirach 3 and 9. It says, for the blessing of the father establishes the houses of children, but the curse of the mother rooteth out foundations, man. You see? That's what it says. That's what it says, man. So you can read, so you can see it for yourself. For the blessing of the father establisheth the houses of children, but the curse of the mother rooteth out foundations, man. You see? Because this spirit is a spirit of destructiveness, man. This is the spirit of Esau, Edom. which they that do hold on his side do find it. You know? Hey, so, Lord willing, I hope this was edifying, man. You know, I ain't gonna keep going on more and more. Yabasham Yasharatazah, I hope this was edifying. All praise, honor, and glory be to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Barakahakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and peace, blessing, salutations to all you brothers who preach the gospel in truth and in sincerity, always in charity. Shalom.